So even enough video to maintain full screen. But I'm sending it. So something's happening. Yeah, that's looking lower than normal. New projects. Reason internet is currently a little bit unstable. That is look at the oh, it's not there. Fuck you mean 40 gigabytes for that? That's not. Oof. Let me close that then. Anyways. Disconnected again. No, it's reconnected. Man, it's inconsistent right now. What's going on? Ah, it's green. Showing up a screen. I think I just need to send it. Just looking at various places I could send this. Fun. Okay, so made it look a little bit familiar. This is the mod places by Shy, and I've been playing it for a while now, and I've also been adding mods to it slowly, because as they come up or as they seem useful or interesting. And let's take a look. I am currently looking for a new structure. It's been added a few weeks ago. And it's supposedly gonna generate at 1,000 blocks away. It is basically a background mod for now, but it will, from what I hear, it's planned to have a bunch more things. Well, that's interesting. Oh, is this? It is. I forgot to mark my path to go back. Because digging through walls is not exactly a common thing you can do, like a lot. You can do it a few times, but it does become unsustainable because of what you just saw, the mold right now. If you dig through walls and floor blocks and are careless about it, you're gonna have to deal with that, and that's just gonna poison you completely. Maybe I made a mistake in those. Ah, yeah, I can get see it. This is why I use chalk all the time. Yeah, okay. You cannot use enough chalk. Like too much chalk, it's just, you need it. You want to properly navigate back to wherever you've built your base. This is just a basic chalk mod, but it does have compatibility right now. Let's see. Okay. Oh, some characters. Oh no, that's not my thing. Unfortunately. I wish it was, but fortunately I have a backpack with like 5 more sticks of chalk. Okay. Yeah. So I wonder if this place has been generated. What? Because there is supposed to be an update that has happened, but I don't know if I have it yet. If I did, there would be like beyond just the cardboard here, there would be a shulker. Signifying a trunk or something, I think. Look at the map. Let's see. I think I can do a produce quick shot. Do that. It's a default room. Not sure what this. Not sure if I know what this is yet. I'm gonna go over there just to get a more complete picture of what's available. You don't need the most ideal path, you just need a good wheels. This is fun. One fun thing this mod does is a lot of the blocks, a lot of the light blocks you will see here, like many are not, but a lot of them can be turned off. I think that's what this one's for. Wait. I think this one may be turning on the light here. Maybe. I'm gonna check. Possibly the light is not clear enough completely. Would be a little bit annoying. Oh. Trash means loot. You know, it's all about recycling. Oh, it's this place. Yeah. This is one of those more intense places. In liminal industries, this would be also a common room you would want to avoid. So they don't take any wither damage. This is one of the few enemies. And honestly, the worst one. Like in terms of having to fight it. Because it can blow up the terrain and that can cause fungus to spread. Well, it doesn't spread infinitely. Fortunately, it doesn't spread infinitely when it appears. Otherwise, I would already need to be nomadic because I did already fumble some places near my base. But yeah. Just collect what I can from here. Fortunately, as far as I know, there's not yet anything already crawling out from beyond this spot. So I can just collect, but yeah. You never know about future updates. Could be. Like here, there's rock growth I can just remove. Because it is placed during road gen, it's not the way it normally would grow. So it doesn't really matter and I can just remove it. But yeah, if we were to blow open the hole into a wall and on the other side it's just darkness, this would start spreading out from it a little bit. And that could become problematic if you went to be near that area. One latest version. Oh, playtest biome distribution. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I'm not going to be doing that for now. Oh, that's nice. Good, yeah. Talking with the developer right now. Level 0 violence. I should probably not have this. I am the one getting the message Discord right now, so don't go checking all your channels. Ooh. Well, that could be interesting. I also need to quickly check. Yes, I am on the correct access. That's good. Mm-hmm. Do I have any holes? Look like it, no. But yeah, anyway, this is just a deep pit completely filled with mold. Okay, let's reorientate myself. I want to go. Um, yeah. Good. I think this is maybe what I turned off earlier with the lever. Yeah, it's been it for a while now already, but you know. Just before the Google Plus days. Yeah, look at that. That's much better. Look at that. Is that floodlight as well? Actually see the shape of that. I have Wi-Fi here. Just, you know, I don't know what pen will do. Biggest measure. $500 a month. Come on, take it or leave it. Always knock. Which up and go there. Gotta be visible. Yeah, yeah. As far as I know, you don't do anything yet. But it's just planned, right? Is that you, Shy? At Slice. Should be about here, right? Like a. See, I can definitely go past that. I'm just thinking because of your color palette, you know, of the big. I didn't make it sound that last one. Look at that, here it is, yes. Okay, if I go around that, I can get a quick straight shot. Dang it. This one is doable. Yeah, I figured that was what would happen. Apparently the sound is a little bit delayed sometimes. Something is lagging. It would be nice if all that reset teleportation would instead place you at your home slate, you know? Or like if it could also place you at your home slate. Do I have a shulker? Doesn't look like it. Here we go. Would be a great place for a war mod. Look at the blocks we have. We've got scaffolding, if I want to live dangerously. Cardboard, can I make something like that with that? Just, no. Yeah. But scrapwood. Which can make drywall. And it can make cardboard, which is more efficient, yeah. Okay, let's go for that. Pellets? Yeah, I'm not sure. One moment, what's this? Beechwood, okay. Yeah, but that will need. Oh, drywall gale works. That turns into scrap. Hold on. Hold on. So, one pellet is one scrap wood. Two drywall, which is 4, is 8 pellets. I'm just wondering if the math checks out. So, yeah, no, okay, checked out. Okay, it's fine. That could have been funny. Don't have a crafting table of these, so I don't think so. Oh, but I am enough wood for. No, apparently not. At least, like I did at least costs a stick each time, and it doesn't seem to go over at any point. Yeah, that's a decent chunk of blocks. Did I in any way inspire this area? Like, my megastructure work? Or is there a backroom show, a series I don't know yet? Could have something like this. Because, with these kind of things, that's very much something I would do. And of course, having it on an array seems to go infinitely back and forth. Oh, best IKEA wood, the side of the backrooms. I so want to build a train in this area. It's like, or like something on a gantry shaft. Speaking of, right, okay. That one I don't know yet. I don't think so. I was wondering if my work has inspired this area in any way. My megastructures I sometimes build in Blender. Also, do I have... No, I do not. What's this? Midnight? What? Oh, right, okay. Why make it a separate menu? Not that. Huge rooms, but not yet. Or do you mean in screenshots? In screenshots, yes. Otherwise, if it's already here, no. Get to the feeling, you say, oh, I do have a bunch of scaffold. Event. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. Uh-oh. I think it may be a combo of mods that I've got. Kind of by Blame. That is also perfectly cool. Love that thing. So like, can you get to anywhere from here? It's in the... Ah, okay. Yeah. So it looks like there's not anything I can get through from here beyond, you know, neighboring vent above, but it's definitely nice to have. And imagine a server with all this, like a long-running, almost anarchy server. Not completely, no glitches of any significance, but like, you know, just having people playing this whole thing, try to make it livable. Maybe with strict roles, distributors, and all that. Okay. I don't want to see it. Well, that's all that's explored. Just a way to get across it all left to right. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Right. I think. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, that's the one. Let's go there. Do I have it in me to make the track? So now it's great to just have this, you know, on the map and have it generated. That's a lot of mods around me for this mod. Is that a different mold area? Or is that the one I was at? Would be great if I could, you know, have this path that generates using this map mod, and it is incredibly short. In my opinion, it should be like 20-30 times longer and a lot more configurable. You know, leaving these red dots behind you when you walk. I don't know if it's visible in this. But here, you know, these little red X's. And if that was like a lot more and a lot longer, and with more of a distance between them, that would be very interesting, I think. But yeah, let's take a look at the Apothic. I did want to try, I've got this create add-on, which allows for infinite generation of resources. And I want to try and get started doing that. It's actually Ore Excavation, okay. And what I'm gonna need for that is a sample draw, which can only be made using a mechanical crafter. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a whole process. But if I do make that happen, I can just infinitely generate a bunch of stuff. Yeah, time, that's also another issue. It'd be great if it was based on distance and, you know, steps taken. We have a bit. Okay, man. Well, annoying. Anything I can do about that? Doesn't look like it. Where's my wand? No. Well, I think I may just need to tank it, but do I have enough? 4 hits. Don't really want to tank it. 4 hits. Let's heal up first. Antique Atlas is pretty neat, but I don't know if it works with mods like these. Like, you know, the way the world's generated, it would be an issue, probably. But if there was like a map mod, which was more in placing outlines on a sheet of paper, that would be nice. Yeah, but I don't have any ranged options. Let's... I didn't really consider building a crossbow in this enclosed space, you know? More creeper just became a block somewhere nearby. I think, or something despawned. Oh, yeah. This would be another neat area to have, like, some kind of trophy item. You know, something very unique that's only in that area. Be nice to have. Oh yeah, look at this. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Well, like mostly no. Wait until you can see, you know, in screen. Or is that supposed to be like that? Probably. Oh, that sounds nice. You know what could be interesting? Washing mold to get some trace resources out of it. Like, you know, have it take some health, so you need to be able to prepare for healing again. But being able to take some mold and like turn it into something else. They are. Sure is. Anything on this side? No. If my axe broke, I'm gonna need to. Oh, okay. I did not play this for a while, so my first encounter ended in an explosion, which unfortunately exposed a little bit of the mold. Okay. You can never have enough chalk. I feel like it should be would be pretty cool if you could make like a public backroom structure library. Like just a place where you can have a share around, like all the different backrooms mod creators using simple dyed blocks. Yeah, that's a pretty tough situation right there. These are old chalk signs, I think. I think I had these for a while already, so I'm pretty close to home already. Right. That's the sound I heard. And just look at the road I'm taking. That little pink H. This is where I want to go. I think this part will be easier. Look at all this. These yellow blocks, each of them is a wallpaper. Wall creeper. It goes boom. I think this part is also possible and easier, but you know. Yeah, actually, let's take that one. Try this path and change that arrow. I do not need the shortest path all the time, but it's nice to have. Yeah, the way to generate, of course, but like, you know, just like a room like this, for example. To generate a room like this, you don't really need to have the same exact exit structure as every other mod, right? And you can just copy some of those kind of things and not have any difficulties. And so, like, if you were to have the interiors, if all these interiors were like collected in some collective for backrooms kind of mods. Okay, this is from an old version. Which mods am I using? Hold on, let me. I think there's a way to generate a full list. Here's that. Mods. Export mod list. Can I do that? Format. It's okay. HTML? No, just plain text. Okay. Big dump in chat. Ooh, that's a lot more text than can handle. Are you in Shy's server? Are you in the server? And do you? I'm gonna post the list of mods in my announcement, where I've got the announcement. There. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. So like mod generate to a tool. I think it's like 48 blocks by something like that. Let's see if I can get an invite to the server. Copy. I'm sending an invite in chat. Is that fine, Shy? Shunt by shunt. Oh, that sounds interesting. We're doing it like cellular automata or based on structures and pre-made rooms? Because I think there's a lot of potential doing it by using cellular automata. Just having the borders be noisy. Illuder server. Yeah. Server, you mean? What's it called? Shy server thingy. I'm just waiting for a confirmation by Shy if I can send that invite here in chat, and if I can, I'm gonna, and there's gonna be a channel, and that channel is gonna have the list of mods. Hold on, I can just write. I'm not saying that your mod is using cellular automata. Oh, you can. Okay, that's fine then. Just send them to the channel where I've shown, showing cool stuff. That's where I've got the mod list. I think I can also put it into a description here, but I'm not sure if I can do that yet. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe? Like the mod list, not... Yeah, hold on, edit video, YouTube Creator Studio, manual, so just send me all over the place. Okay, save. So it should be in the stream description now. Maybe if you reload, you can see it then. I should actually be doing that with all my Minecraft streams. That's probably for the best. Also, I think it got moderated if you sent it, so I'm gonna send an invite. Here you go. Okay. So yeah, this bridge is normally not here. I built this. I made it. Fine. Easy. And that's what also makes. Yeah, the model is in the description now, but you now have another person in the server, so that's also good, right? Yeah, it's some pretty heavy delay. Take a look. Yeah, this is to it. Another thing also is that the text of chat was on very small. Ah, a mistake. A very small monitor, so you know I can't really see very easily what's there. There we go. Back on the path. Yeah, about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more. You know. One thing I have added is a mod which adds pollution. And then I decided to industrialize. Right now I've got this industrialization going on over here, which I'm gonna have to take care of at some point, or it's gonna fill the entire back rooms with smog and kill me and explode, and we all know what happens with explosions in this area. Anyway, so 3-tone. Please don't make creepy sounds when I arrive home. That's a fitting here. What is that sound, Shy? Shy? What just spoke to me? I'm gonna make a weapon. I'm gonna make a weapon. Yep, see ya. Have a good time. Was that one of the Enderman things, or was that something else? Because that's, I think, new. I don't recognize that kind of thing happening. Okay, it was. It was one of the Enderman things. I didn't quite make out what it was saying. That's why I was worried. I think this terminal needs an upgrade. Can make it into craft or crafting one somehow. Yeah. A bit expensive, but well worth it. And just now, yeah, I know, that's what I mean. It's just, I never heard those voice lines. That's what startled me. There we go, that's much better. Okay. Let's actually clear out this backpack finally. You don't need that. maybe later. Okay. So that's gonna be mass storage. Google what? I don't get that soon. Don't want to make dust at all. Can I place color? Netherite match. Like there's a way to get netherite in this, so I'd like to figure that out. I'm not so sure. Yeah, okay, Blackstone. That's it. Of course, incredibly low, but it does exist. That okay. Yeah. Never played that one. Not even the 3 one. Or Undertale, actually. Here's my main battery area, and these are supposed to be clearing with pollution, but they are being pretty slow about it. Like that cycle. What's this? Chronicles? Ah, that's a book. What in these? Bag of bags. And maybe I am gonna watch a story summary at some point, but the gameplay itself and the story, it clashes with for me in a way that's like it's meta, and I dislike meta in just about every way, and so that's just one point against it. Yeah, pretty polluted. I'm gonna need to figure out a better way of dealing with that. Just haven't gotten around to it. I would ideally use a bigger room, like, you know, the big one is in here. And if I were to concentrate all of my industrialization over here, or into one of these rooms, I could have a lot of space to where I can clean up all the pollution, you know, slowly. You know, have the space to actually clean up. And if it were to ever not be cleaned up, I would have the space to. I'm not growing any trees. I should be growing trees all the time. You know, have the space to actually have it fill up if it were to ever stop being cleaned up. Anyways, want to see something funny? You know, I've got this mod. It's a basic skyblock mod. Deorum is one of the ex nihilo forks. It's still too meta for me personally. That's just, you know, a thing I'm pretty sensitive towards, because a lot of meta stories end up being, in the end, too meta. So here, I've got 9 stacks of gravel. Now I've got all the, oh no, it needs straight. I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake. Ooh, whoops. I'm also gonna need a flint match. Disregard my comment about showing something funny. This is just gonna be pretty regular. Okay, here. That's. Why do light blocks look solid on the map? Light blocks? Like, what do you mean? Light blocks. Oh, you mean this? I think that's just because of the height setting. It's because of, you know, the cave thing. Oh no, actually, apparently that is the light blocks. You know, the Minecraft light blocks. Okay, so these go in here, these go on here. I need a lower level of flint, of mesh for this to work. So, this is a stack of compressed andesite. Now it's gravel. And when I dip this gravel, I get a lot of pebbles. And I throw out all the things that are not pebbles. I missed some, like I accidentally did something from pebbles. Okay. Jump out of that. Convert one of the types to full blocks. Next. Next. So you know, I go through all the block types that these pebbles can generate. All the resources I got from that, I just threw into this shulker box. Now I'm left with all the blocks and a few pebbles. I don't really need. I can throw another stack away. I can then compress all these again, so I get solid blocks. Remember, I started with 1 block of compressed gravel. Each of these stacks compresses into 1 stack of gravel. Hold on, let's show. So like this translates 1 to 1 to gravel. Once I place and break them. Remember, I started with a single stack of compressed gravel. And I'm left with 1.5. The alternative is making a cobblestone farm while having pollution enabled, which would kill me instantly, basically. It is not a thing, yes. I do have this compressed seed, but because of the autoclick thing I've got, it doesn't really matter. I'm fine with it. Others may not be. But to me personally, it's not like I would not break the laws of physics anyways. And so I may as well break them in a way that helps me not have my computer explode. Or, have myself explode. I just saw I got a ping in the server. Now, I wanted to take a look at this. I need to make mechanical crafters. That means quartz. I don't have any sand. Oh, resin. Now, I'm gonna be needing more of those anyways. Do I have any brass? Oh, I'm gonna need a blades burner, aren't I? Can I? I'm gonna need to maybe install another mod. Unless no, I do have Aegis thing that that needs. Okay, so I've got a dilemma. I can use an alloy kiln. That could work. Normal way of using a heated blaze burner in a mixer. But I don't really have any nether. I can make netherrack pretty easily. It's just hold on. Yeah, I do. The heaters. Can I? I can, yeah, I can. Probably. The heat pump is what's really an issue for me because I can't really get any thorium without any thorium by having rock to dig thorium out of. Like I could start with a single bit of thorium right now and I could make infinite eventually. I'm just not at the eventually part. Yeah. Definitely an issue. Do I have any magnets? I do. I have redstone magnets. This is entirely unrelated from what I was just thinking about. Generator coils. I'm just wondering if I'm at the stage where I can make a generator. The answer is yes, as long as I have the rotational speed, which I do because of my place. Because of my steam engine. The thing is, I can probably make a machine that, you know, solar heaters are completely out, but reactors could be funny. Just also probably not a thing I can do. Like I would need, hold on, what's this? Yeah, you know. And fuel also needs thorium. And a lot of it, yeah. I would be limited to normal steam power at the moment. Let's take a look at these fuel bags. Amazing. So, what's the next step? I think the next step is to find a way of clearing that smog out of my boiler room. So let's take a look at that. I should throw some of these things in there at some quantity, just so I have them available for crafting. I need at least 2, maybe 3. And do I have then I need to make another bigger pre-farm in some other place, because this is quickly becoming my living room. And so I don't want to have trees in here necessarily. It's about dirt. I put dirt. Saplings. Let me see. There's this other room which is probably good for tree farming. Not this one. This one. There you go now. You know, I do always dream kind of a multiplayer Voices of the Void. And I'm thinking, you know what would be a cool feature in this mod, or like in any mod with this kind of thing? A media folder where you can throw your own stuff into, your own videos into, to watch them. That is loud when you have a lot of them. Shouldn't be an issue now. Due to the inherent difficulty in making any kind of other XP farm, I've decided to add one mod which makes it possible to get experience from fully grown plants, like crops specifically. These are not gonna count. This stuff in here. Haze and Mod. Should we change the floor to use regrowing flanks? I feel like instead you should be adding stuff under the floorboards. Like a small stash of I kept thinking, you know, as I was digging up all the spots I did dig up, wouldn't it be nice if there's something hidden beneath the floorboards? Like some kind of secret stash for an item, or something like that, being sent insider information. Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be interesting. Oh, a whole TV, wow. Yeah, it looks interesting. Maybe I got a big change of monitors to spawn. Yeah, I guess I could if I knew how to make data packs. Well, yeah, like, do you see the vision? Like, imagine you are in this room and just randomly, you know, any of these slots randomly, instead of, you know, leading to cement, leads to a chest. And there's stuff inside. Can you imagine how cool that would be? And also every single one of these rooms would be dug up instantly. That is what I'm envisioning. Let's see. Filters. See, I would need wool. Wool. I need white wool specifically. And leaves. But she is. Let's see what. Bone meal. I've got bone meal. I've got this, which doesn't seem to be. Oof. Got some seeds I can grow into that. It may not be that hard, but figuring out where the information is to make those supposedly easy things has been a struggle for me personally. That makes sense as well, yeah. Like the player would definitely break all the things, but it would be a rare thing, you know? And it would be a pretty neat rare thing. Why is that not working? That shotgun, put this shotgun. I should probably change this shotgun out for a barrel. Carry that shotgun with me. Is it because there's nothing inside? Or is it just in general? Okay. Seems exploitable. Uh, keep going into this room when I want to go to the other ones. That would have been nice. this can be composted. I want to get some bone meal to just test it. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Maybe, I don't know how long, but yeah. It's gonna be around. In the past I wanted to make more organized streams, but I've decided to just be chill about it, and that's been a lot nicer. So like, generally I stream for about 2 to 3 hours when I stream. That's about the average. Okay. This one's gonna be, harvested. Okay. Let's just go over here and at least get rid of some of the sulfur. That was, by the way, my experiment, just to see if it works, and no, of course it doesn't. So, some more sensible, maybe. Ah, that's the fan. In theory, this should be sucking in those yellow sulfur blocks. The what's safe, and I do make my own copies as well. They are being unlisted, but I throw all of them into the same playlist, so you can check them out later. I just don't want to clutter my main videos, my own channel entirely, of just mods. Maybe go about placing some of these lights. I do have the technology. Oh yes, what's it called? Ore Dictionary, right? Are you maybe considering using Ore Dictionary to hold on? You've got copper wires here. This here is from your mod, and there's another one from Create. Oops. This one maybe? No. One of the Create add-ons have a copper cable as well, which would be very nice to be able to use to make the lamps. Well, I'm fine with just, VOD batching. Would be new for me. I think you've noticed I don't really get a lot of viewers. But like, I'm of course not trying to stop you. Just whatever you need to do. This would be fun. I would need brass for that. I want to figure out this mod at some point and use this to get around the back rooms, because just the idea of having to navigate these mazes and then just instead placing a full setup to be hypertube through them instead sounds incredibly funny to me. Cube.js, yeah, some stuff does work like that. The nuggets. What kind of nuggets does Tracer have specifically? Or do you mean like you can... hold on. It does have copper. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh! Oh, I see. That's new. That wasn't there last time, I think. Yeah, using that I can probably make it a floodlight. That's nice. I can, okay. What about the plastic strip? Plastic strip. Yeah, see, like stuff like this, you know, I love when stuff is really renewable. Like, you know, slow as it may be, or like, you know, specific to mods which are not by default in there, or whatever, but like, if this plastic can be, I think I have other plastic. I don't. But like, if I did have other plastic from another mod, and if that could be used to make those cables, to make the lamps, to make the floodlights and all that, that would be incredible. Because, you know, ideally what you could do is make a normal building using all the places blocks, you know, and all the harmless versions of these kind of blocks that don't create regrowing blocks. And, you know, just have that be a thing. Because to me that's what modding is all about, just having the ability to mix and match all the features that the creators haven't even thought about and just making your own mess as big as Dwarf Fortress. Right, I wanted to check here. I don't have anything. Okay. Like, plastic would be a good candidate for what I talked about with, yeah, what's it, washing the black mold. Like some process that takes resources that you would need infrastructure for, like, you know, healing and all that, farming, and using that to be able to you know, get some stuff that you wouldn't be able to normally. Okay, now I think we fixed a little bit close. Now I can replace some of the flickering and done broken lights. Survival flint, yeah, that would be pretty great. You know what also would be friendly if those blocks dropped downward a bit more. I think it's like... Ah. Perfect. Okay. That's more like it. Plastic plants, yeah. Let's check out this. Not a single bit of progress. Yeah, I want to not feel free to talk about your suggestions. Of course, all the time. Unprompted and constantly. Out of my way. Should fix these arrows because I'm definitely not gonna circle around that way to go back home. Wait for the next update. Yeah, maybe. You too. Have fun, or good luck, or whatever the appropriate role shifts are for whatever you're about to do. Water sneeze, maybe. Okay. Yep, see ya. Okay, now that I've leaves, I can make the other filter. Where's a bunch of lights? Oh, because of the ceiling and parts. Yeah. Like on the map, the red dots, those are items that have fallen upwards. It's kind of annoying. Definitely a candidate for a child piece fix. Okay, now those two should be slowly cleaning up. Or at least not let it get any worse. And very slowly clean up, whichever way. Oh yeah, that's just from a passive steam generator. Imagine an active one. Oh boy. Should actually. Yeah, let me actually test how bad an active steam generator would be. I've got this cave world, which is really a mod, which I decided not to use because it's a data pack, and those and road generation, in my opinion, don't mix very well. But it does have enclosed space, and so you know it's basically a testing environment. So okay, I think I do have a straw. I don't. Is it an inherent thing they can do now? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to use solid fuel. Just create a container of some kind. I have a crate. That'll do. Now, let's go wild. Let's say I really need a lot of power because I'm using 20 crushers in a row. So let's make a maximum steam engine. Absolutely maximum. Whoops. There we go. Maybe. Nope, still more. It is already beyond what is needed. The site has maxed out a while ago for what's obviously using a steam engine. There we go. So, oh, I did apparently already hit that limit. Anyways, so belt, connect all these. One to the side and another connection back here. And let's get a stress summit. Just 4 meters actually. Also get this. Large cog. It actually works. Now, maximum. Now, all that's really needed for this is some water. So, there we go. Be given creative water. Sweet. maximum water, maximum size. All that's needed is maximum heat. What's the sounds for? Grab this. Yep. So. Oh. That, good. Make it a round robin here. And this is gonna be cold blocks. Infinite cold blocks. And this is gonna spin the same force. Hold on, what's the card? Right. It is hard the speed it could be, but yeah. But this is hold on, what Blaze Cake is what I could be feeding them, which would be faster. It would need its own entire setup to create. So say you have this running, it would pollute. You know, it's creating smoke right now. It's already poisoned me by just standing near it. And it's also gonna create pollution particles, blocks-ish, you know, gases. Doesn't really seem to be going very fast. You wonder. Look, each of these right now. Oof. Oof. Yeah. This is fits a little bit more. Yeah, that's maximum. Um, not entirely sure this is correct. Hold on, am I missing? Oh, it's a decimal. Yes, okay. That's why. But yeah, I'm not getting any pollution from this at all. No, that was fun. Okay. It is polluting. Just kind of slow for what it is. Now, I would need to quickly build one to show this, but I think any other, like, diesel generator from, hold on, what's it called? Let's grab that book. Yeah, that's diesel generator. So, what do I need? Radiator. Generator. I just resized the window. That's gonna be annoying. Anyway, I can no, I don't see the option. You're scaffolding on full prep. Definitely promoting as it's floating like that. But this. All right. Yeah. Okay. Bad for the environment, it says, yeah. And it's not lying. Let me get some diesel. Biodiesel, of course. I think that's good. Okay. That's fun. Didn't know that was a thing. Keep grabbing there, that, and we're back. Now, can I open this in any way? No. Okay, so we grab a creative tank. Place it here, I think. Yes. And now a lever. No. Needs to be pumped, I guess. Motor. Cog. There we go. That's biodiesel. Oh, this ain't working for some reason. Output. Vectors. Ah, it needs to be able to accept the energy. Okay. Hold on, I can. Yeah, come on. Oh, that's just about weird. Okay. HV. Wire coil. And connector. Now, the last time I tried this mod, this pumped out a near constant stream. And it looks to be about the same again. Like 1 block every second of pollution. Meanwhile, this one has been running this entire time. And, you know, this entire time, and it has like 20 to 30 blocks of pollution. Despite being an absolute max power generator. Now, let me grab just the simplest magnet generator coil setup here. Ah, it's connected textures. And our brush. And Right. Let's grab. Actually, let's put this to capacity. Up to capacity. A bunch of gravel just fell down. I was wondering something weird was happening there. Okay, so what's the highest I could build? I could build that. I can't build that. Can't really build that. Let's go with layered magnets. I can definitely build those. So a bit faster. That. Uh, just to compare, like these two at a good, comparable setup. Not in size, of course, but CFD power throughput is in many ways comparable. Get these. But this does seem to be faster. But let's see. Oh, if I had this completely separate, I could maybe make a better measurement. Yeah, this is definitely faster. By a lot. Takes, hold on, let's compare biodiesel to need ethanol and oil. Needs that machine. Ethanol needs that machine, yeah. So I definitely would need 2 machines for that. From a memory, this one is a lot worse. One thing I could definitely test is how fast is this gonna run out now. Yeah. Not very good, I would say. Meanwhile, blaze cakes. So, needs lava, which I can make with Agnilo. The flour, which comes from this kind of setup with rich water. I could use recipe for netherrack, but use a cinder flour. Oh wait, no, it's a That's fine. Yeah. Looks like I would need to use this setup, ideally, or also, hold on. I'm not sure if this is accurate. It's the wrong way around. The faster flowing fluid needs to be that, and this one. Yeah, okay, that's another way. But does this? It does. It does also generate pollution. Meaning the arrow version would be definitely a lot more preferable. Otherwise, this would definitely also balance out. Which would mean I would need a lot of lava generation, which would mean a lot of cobblestone generation, because I would need that, which can I automate that? Probably. Yeah, actually, I think biodiesel would be a preferable way of generating power at this stage. Like having this pollution mod and all that. I could also, as well, of course, just use coal, which would only, quote unquote, need a tree farm or a few. But I believe having limited space means I would be much better off not doing that. Let's compare that. It's not sped up. I would love like a meter. Is that a thing? We have some kind of meter for it. I do. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. But yeah, this has been. This was just very fast because of the high tick speed, I would say, probably. It does. Probably like one of these. I would need level, that's fine. Yeah. It's all going into plants being grown here. Definitely doesn't seem to be going over here. This, by the way, would be an absolute ridiculous setup. Looks like it would work even with a default heat setup. I don't need it much here. No. Nuclear, like all the things I just said about, you know, biodiesel versus slave cakes, this is 3 times that powerful just by existing. Like these, you know, these are constantly heating. All that I really would need is a way to generate these nuclear fuel pellets, and what's really missing from that? Let's see. So I would need, you know, radioactive thorium. Thorium can be made with stone and clay and water. And then, you know, just throw it through a bunch of these. And, you know, and some iron, which it also makes. A lot more, actually. That could be a fun thing to try, like making a factory for thorium. I did want to prototype that for my water world situation in the other webpack. But okay, yeah, I was given early access to new version of the Places mod. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be playing it a lot. And so, like, you know, the Places mod in general, at the moment, it isn't a very high priority for me. The flooding world is so much more interesting at the moment. If I like had a whole community, you know, I could make them vote on it. But at the moment, it's just, you know, me and whoever watches the vote later. Yeah. The biggest bottleneck for my progress right now is that I don't have any way of getting leather. Which I could, you know, fake by using Immersive Engineering, which just needs wax, yeah. But bees don't appear in the Places dimension number 1, number 0. So fake leather needs beeswax, and I don't have access to that. Maybe I need to find some kind of vegan mod or like a no-kill mod, which makes fake or dictionary versions of these items. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Anyways, I'm getting kind of tired and hungry, and I've got a movie I want to watch. So, I'm gonna be doing those things, and I'm gonna call it a day.